G'day guys, goeiedag, my name is Wildkard, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for following my content and giving me the opportunity to entertain you for the next 15 to 20 minutes. I do appreciate it very much. Today's content, Wales versus the Springboks, or should I say Springboks versus Wales, game 2 with that undefeated streak on the line. The Springboks once again, last week was a really close one. Springboks used their get out of jail card to win that one last week. Had a pretty terrible first half, lots of mistakes and set pieces. Elton Yankees, really terrible first half. And then it took the second half for the Springboks bench, that 6-2 dominance of the forward pack to come off the bench to close out the game, forcing a lot of penalties, 2 line out, more tries, and then took the Springboks to extra time to get a penalty. And then for the greatest player in the history of the Springboks, Damien Valemsa, to kick that penalty goal in extra time to win the game for the Springboks. So yeah, Springboks get out of jail last week. Everybody's breathing a sigh of relief. Everybody's saying, oh man, Wales will never have another chance to beat the Springboks ever again at home. And Jacko Johan decides, this is actually wrong, decides to make 19 changes. 19? Because rugby is played with 23 players, in case you didn't know. 19 players. The Springboks is really tempting fate here. So, here's the thing, right? To be honest, the coaches, Jax Ninaba and Rassi Erasmus is a lot smarter than me. They know that the undefeated at home streak is not really a thing. Let's be frank. If it's undefeated ever, yes, I can see you would do anything to hold on to this. Or if you're the All Blacks, you would do everything you can to be undefeated or ever, never be beaten ever, right? But for the Springboks, for the coaches, I think there's bigger fish to fry. The Springboks has, recruited a lot of extremely good new talent in the team, and a lot of these players needs game time. The Springboks has been playing a very steady, very rigid setup since 2019, essentially. For the last 2019, 2020, they didn't play 2020, 2019, 2021. Now it's 20. So they're basically playing. So it's been 3 years, even though they didn't play in 2020. They haven't really had a pretty rigid setup for the team. So a lot of people outside of this core, 25 to 30 people, outside of that, people aren't getting any game time. So with that in mind, I think the coaches made absolutely the right decision here to give a lot of these players game time and just really that opportunity to be under pressure, undefeated streak on the line, right? Still, even though it doesn't mean anything from the coach's mind, still a big thing for no one wants to be remembered as the guys that lost to the Wales for the first time. It's really a great opportunity to build experience, build character. This is if you can't handle a pressure like this, how are you gonna expect the player to handle a pressure in the World Cup final, right? So it's really the perfect opportunity for the coaches to put this team out there, a very new, fresh setup, a lot of new combinations on the field. But I think it's absolutely the right decision to do. Whether the Springbok win or not, that's really beside the point. I think the main thing here is the coaches having the long-term vision in mind here. And very interesting. The Welsh, on the other hand, has a pretty much the exact setup from last week, with a tiny bit of a tweak in the backline where a tiny bit of a tweak. What's his name? We'll have a look at this. I can't remember names from the recording, but there's a tiny bit of tweak in the backline, and then the bench has a bit of a change as well. So let's have a look at it right now and see what actually happened. So as you can see, red across the board for the Springbok side. Completely new look for the Springbok team. Only Eben Esbeth, the line out setup, the leadership in the forward pack, retains his spot at number 4. and the starting position, everybody else in the 4-pack has been changed. In fact, everybody in the backline has been changed as well. So Thomas Dutoit comes in at number 1. The big man at 136 kilos, extremely heavy. At the loose air prop, coming in at number 1, Thomas Dutoit. He's up against Gareth Thomas, unchanged for the Welsh side. Joseph Dweba, second test for him, very, very big. The first test, he came on the field. He was in tears during the national anthem. Really showed that, that emotion, that inexperience, that pride he has. So this guy, just the fact that how much he means to him, it really, it's just something that you really need to give him more time to build that confidence for him for the Springboks. So Joseph Dweba getting his second test start, really, really, really good opportunity. Ryan Elias comes in at number 2 for the Welsh. Trevor Nyake, despite the fact that he's changed from last week, he's one of the most experienced players for the Springbok team. He's that core, 25 to 30 players that the Springboks always run with at the tight head position. Last year, he has a very solid year at the number 3 position when what's his name? Mal Herbe was injured, so he comes in number 3. He's very just huge, bold, boulder kind of guy. He's a little bit of a shorter kind of stature, and really, really, really good scrummager in that tight head position. Comes in number 3. Dylan Lewis comes in number 3 for the Welsh side. Eben Esbeth, already mentioned, number 4 position. He did lose the line out. I think pretty sure he was the one that lost the line out, which allowed the Wales to score that first try. So definitely has some clunkiness. He has been injured a little bit through club rugby, so he hasn't been playing very much. And I can see why he needs more game time. So he gets the number 4 spot. Will Rollins comes in number 4 for Welsh. Number 5 position, Marvin Orie. Last year, Marvin Orie had a bit of outings for the Springboks. I think he definitely he played in South Africa A side, but he also played, I can't remember exactly. Did he play against New Zealand? He did have a few games here and there due to injuries for the Springboks, but he has been pretty solid, ticks all the boxes. Like the lineouts he's a pretty experienced lineout executioner. What do you call it? Lineout operator. So Pemfin number 5, really, really good to see him pair up against Eben Esbeth once again. Adam Beard was extremely good for the Welsh last week. He was able to disrupt a lot of the balls. Really did a lot of work at the breakdown, especially in the first half. Second half, he got taken off for Alan Wynne-Jones. But I thought Adam Beard, that the lineouts, since he's taken over the spot for Alan Wynne-Jones, he's done exceptionally well. Marcel Cortez comes in number 6 for the Springboks. Did Dan Lydiate for the Welsh at number 6 position. Peter du Toit finally returns to Test rugby after pretty much a year out. He was injured in the Lions tour last year, and he's been out ever since. He has not been playing. I've been looking forward to seeing him play for a very, very long time now. I've been counting the days for him to return. I thought he might get a return in the November Test series last year, but no, he didn't. So really good to see him back. Again, another player who really needs that game time, and his rush defense is just really, 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 really important for the Springbok team. So having him fit, having him on the field with that defense in that defensive line is really important for the Springboks. So really good to see him back in the number 7 jersey. Tommy Raffel comes in number 7 for the Welsh. He debuted last week. So he gets the 7 jersey once again this week. Number 8, this is a very, very exciting prospect for the Springboks. Evan Roos, probably one of the best new prospect that the Springboks has added in recent times. He is exceptionally good. Really, 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 really talented. Extremely fit, extremely physical. Really good ball handling for a 22-year-old. He played extremely well for the Stormers. He was voted Player of the Year or something in the URC. Got a lot of fanfare from the Stormers team, from the Stormers fan base. So there was a lot of kind of chat last week how he was not selected at number 8, but he finally gets an opportunity to start this week. He is one of the prospects that the Springboks really, really need to develop into somebody somebody big into the future. So Evan Roos, number 8, really, really exciting to see him debut. He's going to be up against a very, very good number 8 himself, Faletau for the Welsh, physical, big, and lots of experience on his back. So Evan Roos, this will be a really good test for him to line up against Faletau. On the backline, again, completely new backline for the Springboks, with a sprinkle of experience alongside the team, but very new, very exciting. A lot of new talent, as you can see here, coming out for the Springboks, and they are just desperately need some game time building towards the future. So first up, Jaden Hendrickse, infamous for elbowing, getting red carded in the Lions tour. Yeah, man, he's very talented. I'm pretty sure the first time he debuted for the Springboks, he scored a try into the corner. It was either pretty sure that's his debut, scored a try coming off the bench. So he's extremely talented, extremely good. A very young guy, has a lot, big bright future ahead of him. Just need time, just need experience. And yeah, what a great day to start this weekend alongside Handré Pollard, World Cup winning fly half. A lot of people wanted to see him back. He was apparently ready to play last week, but obviously the coaches wanted to give Jantjies an opportunity, and Jantjies also had a bit of injury for a long time. So yeah, Handré Pollard finally getting back in that number 10 position. We shall see how he go this weekend, what kind of style he's going to be playing. It'll be really interesting to see. And also with the players around him, these are the players that he hasn't played with before. So Handré Pollard has been in that core, 25 to 30 player that we just talked about for a very long time now, going to the World Cup with the same group of players for many years now. So he alongside these players, maybe Farsi's played a few games before. Jesse Krill, obviously the guys played before. Everybody else, he has very limited time that he's played with. So yeah, we should see how he directs the traffic coming back and also getting his first game for the Springboks this year, and how he's going to utilize the players around him. So this is a really interesting combination as well, having him number 10 position. Dan Biggar, the man we have to talk about in the Welsh side. He's the captain. He has lost his emotions last week, which was really bad. He was on the field yelling at the referee for the entire duration of the game, yelling at the opposition, yelling at Sia Khaleesi. And in the end of the game, he is the one that gave away a deliberate knock-on that saw the Springboks getting that penalty in an extra time to win the game. So Dan Biggar really need to keep his emotion under control. And yeah, if he has, he's a great player and he has a lot of passion, but he needs to just, lead by example. If your team is seeing you running around, distracted, having verbal arguments with the opposition or the referee, you are not directing that energy to supporting your team. Dan Biggar needs to use that energy to help out his team, to point out what's going right, what's going wrong, and if the referee or whatever is not working, it's not working for you, you gotta work with your team to try to work with the referee, right? There was a lot of penalties in the second half, and basically, if your team is having discipline issues, it's up to the captain to have a word with your teammates and just be like, hey guys, we're giving way too many penalties, way too many ill discipline at the breakdown, offsides. Let's focus. Let's take a deep breath, and cut off those penalties. We can still win this. He just really didn't get a chance to do that because of his bickering with the referee, essentially, and the team was just left rot, giving away so many penalties, 3 yellow cards. He got a yellow card himself, and lost the game with the deliberate knock-on. Not to mention, so yeah, really need that leadership to step up. Really need to focus towards his own players, and problem solve the whatever issue that you guys are having instead of trying to change the referee. You can't change the referee no matter how hard you yell. Even if you are correct, the referee, you're not going to be able to change the referee. And also, you're not going to be able to change Sia Khaleesi in the opposition team. Okay, fat chance, Dan Biggar. So there's just complete waste of time what he's doing. And yeah, that's probably the biggest problem last week as well. Afellele Farsi comes in number 11 for the Springboks. An extremely talented player for the Springboks. A couple of games that he did play for the Springboks was I thought it was very tempered. He was his club games, he was much better and much more I guess he was a little bit tame during his performance for the Springboks. Maybe the pressure got to him a little bit. So once again, he has a lot of talent that's been shown during the club rugby. So just need more time. He gets a number 11 jersey for the Springboks. Yeah, the only change for the Welsh side, and here it is, the number 11 position. Alex Cuthbert comes in for Josh Adams. That started last week at 11 position. Adams are now on the bench. So Cuthbert comes in at 11. Andre Esterhuizen gets number 12 jersey position. Really big man, 193 centimeters and 113 kilos. Really huge for an inside center. I will be expecting him doing some really big crash balls for the Springboks. Nick Tompkins, one of the probably better players in the Welsh side. Backline gets a number 12 jersey once again for the Welsh. Jesse Krill gets the 13 jersey this week after... Did he play off the bench last week? I don't think he did. I don't think he played at all last week, did he? Gets the number 13 jersey, returning for the Springboks. George North, huge game last week for him. Comes back for the Welsh again, a number 13 jersey. Currently, Arensa comes in number 14, a debutant for the Springboks. Played for the Bulls. Louis Rees-Zammit, number 14 jersey for the Welsh. He was probably by far the best player last week for the Welsh. He was sparking a lot of opportunities. He has some really good flair with his own kicking game. Scoring that first try, obviously. He scored 2 tries last week. Both just show that his exceptional speed and agility. The Springboks was not able to catch him. He was way too fast for the backline. So very, very, very impressive outings last week. Louis Rees-Zammit definitely showed that speed last week. Really scary. And he will be the most dangerous man in the Welsh side. Really needs to match up. And especially with the newer guys like Farsi and Alensa. This is really the opportunity for them to show their speed and the talents that they've been possessing in the club rugby. Yeah. Last guy, Warwick Gelant. Warwick Gelant comes in number 15. I do feel like Gelant, I remember watching him playing for the Stormers. I did think that, I do remember thinking that he was in really, really good shape. And he looked really good for the Stormers. So good to see him get a number 15 jersey. He was not in the squad, even selected at all last year. So yeah, really good to see him here. He's definitely in really good form based on what I saw in his club performance. And we shall see how he goes for the Springboks at the number 15 jersey. Liam Williams comes in number 15 for the Welsh. Once again, the veteran for that fullback position. Number 16, the Malcolm Marx, the best hooker in the world, the best reserve coming off the bench hooker also in the world. Malcolm Marx comes in number 16. Lewis Lake, the opposition hooker for Wales, comes in number 16. A new addition for the Springboks at number 17 jersey, Ntutuku Mchunu. I think that's, I don't know. Please let me know how to pronounce his name. He's going to be debuting for the Springboks number 17 jersey. Wyn Jones, the veteran, is up against him at number 17 jersey for the Welsh. 2 changes for the Welsh back props due to injury to, what's his name? One of the guy got knocked out. But Wyn Jones, I think he's had a bit of an issue as well with his back, so only coming off the bench at number 17 spot. Vincent Koch, the other player that keeps the Spring, his bench spot on the number 18 jersey. Sam Wainwright comes in number 18 for the Wales. A new addition for the front rowers. Number 19, Ruan Norshi comes in at number 19 for from the Bulls, debuting for the Springboks. Alan Wyn Jones, a debutant up against the most experienced player in the history of rugby. 151 test caps, Adam Wyn Jones, a number 19 jersey. Rainer Elstadt comes in number 20 for the Springboks. Josh Navidi, number 20 for Wales. Dion Fury potentially making his debut at number 21 jersey. At 35 years of age, you might think that this is a kind of joke or something, but he is exceptionally good. Really, really, really good performance for the Stormers this year. He's just a menace in the field. Physicality, really good ball handling, extremely good at the breakdown. Really good to see him get his debut at number 35 years of age. And very excited, very happy. Congratulations, man, you finally made it. Tomo Williams, number 21 for the Wales. Obviously, Dion Fury is a forward. Tomo Williams is a number 9. Okay, now this guy. Tell me if I'm wrong here. I know it says Grant Williams, but I'm pretty sure it's Grant Williams, right? It's Grant. It's pronounced Grant. Grant Williams. It's not Grant. I'm pretty sure I heard that, like, one of the commentators somewhere calling him Grant. Okay, let me know if I'm wrong, but I might just be a complete idiot here. But yeah, anyway, it's Grant Williams getting his debut at number 22 jersey. Gareth Anscombe on 22 jersey once again for Wales. And finally, the greatest player, of course he's going to be playing. What did you expect? You think he's going to be like not playing? He's the best player in South Africa, period. You think he's not going to be playing? Damian Willemse, number 23 jersey. The greatest player in the Springbok history. Covers the entire Springbok backline except the number 9. And yeah, number 23 jersey once again. Damian Willemse. Josh Adams gets dropped to the bench to the number 23 jersey as a pretty much a cover for the backline, the entire backline as well. So yeah, Josh Adams is 23 for Wales. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I feel like this is going to be a really close game. I think the coaches, if I was to predict the score, if Wales tidies up there, I really don't want to predict the score, but I do feel like if the Wales perform like they did last week and not having to give away all those silly penalties, Dan Biggar keeps the emotion under control. These are all like things that you can fix in a week, pretty much. I feel like, yeah, Wales is going to get this one this weekend, unfortunately. But it's okay. Like, undefeated at home against the team, it's just, that's not really a streak, okay? That's just media hype to sell tickets, and I think the coaches knows better. I think Wales will win this one. Yeah, my prediction for score, Wales 21, Springboks 15. That's my predictions. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you think the Springboks are going to pull this one out of the bag? Second week in a row. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate you being here. And see you guys a bit later this week for the reviews. Cheers.